Welcome to the Everything Everywhere Travel Writer Podcast. Join award-winning freelance journalist Joan Matsui. Each week, you'll hear guests from all walks of life share their travel stories, tips, and advice on a variety of travel-related topics. Thanks for spending time with us today, and now it's time to dive into our interview.
Mike, what is your definition of a road trip? And my second question to that is, have you taken any road trips in the last year?
I used to think my road trips were based on what diner there was at the other end. I used to gauge my whole trip by, there was a place in Wysox where they had, there was a person up in the hill up there who would bake cinnamon buns. My word. So, I would time the trip so that we'd hit this place about lunchtime, and you could have whatever you wanted, bowl of soup or whatever, but you had to have one of these cinnamon buns.
Oh, wow.
Because they'd cut it in half and put it on the griddle, like the cut side down, so it would toast kind of brownish, golden brown, and then they'd slather some butter on it. Oh.
There's nothing like fresh cinnamon buns.
No calories on it either.
No, not at all. Nope.
That's how I used to time the trips a lot of times, by what diner was at the other end, because you get into town once in a while, and always read the local paper when I had the opportunity, because that's where you find out what's going on in town. Then I would just, walk around till I found something. This would be just like my getaway type thing. And I haven't done that a lot this past year because I'm afraid. I don't want to get ill. I don't want to become ill. So I haven't done a lot of those looking around. And the other thing too is, when you get there, a lot of the places were closed up, so you couldn't go to where you wanted to go. Bradford County, in the old jail in Towanda, that was a wonderful historic.
I've never been there.
Oh yeah, so you gotta. That's a good place. That's one of those places you can go in and you could spend 2-3 hours. It's the jail. It used to be the jail, and Pennsylvania Grand Canyon's another one. That's an overnighter though, but
No, I've been there, and I did the hike down to the bottom of it. And we came back up, and that was fascinating. I love the Wellsboro area.
Yep.
It is just such a strikingly beautiful area.
Yep. The old hotel in town.
Yes.
The little statue, winking, blinking, and nod out at the other end of town. And as you're coming into the community, obviously, there's a diner on the right-hand side that I recommend highly.
I think you spend a lot of time at diners, right?
I try. It's field research, Joan.
Right.
I do.
Now, I know you're an ice cream fan, because I see that on Facebook.
Yeah.
All the time. So my guess is that you spend a lot of time at ice cream stands.
Yeah, I try to as much as possible. They're opening up now, the Tasty Freeze and Tunkhannock, and Manning's, of course, is always open.
Right.
Quick little pick-me-up on the way home from work.
Oh, that's so funny.
Yeah. And so, they're nice little diversions.
Oh, yeah.
But after a while, you develop certain tastes, and let's see, today is Manning's kind of day. I think chocolate peanut butter,
Or there's another one there are a couple of other flavors that I love at Manning's. Rum raisin And they've got a coconut that's absolutely delicious.
Oh.
But I can't remember. It's not just coconut. There's another name tagged onto another word.
Yeah.
But it's very, very good ice cream. Very, very
Yep.
good. When this pandemic is over and you are able to get out and travel more, where do you think you'd like to go? My guess is that it's not going to be miles and miles, hundreds of miles away. What was during our last episode? You mentioned that there's a trip that you and your wife are going to take. What was that one? I can't remember.
Route 6.
Route 6.
Route 6. Yeah. East Coast to West Coast.
Right.
Starts up I think it's in Cape Cod, right around that area, and heads west to California. And I set a goal. I said, all right, anything 20 miles right or left of Route 6 is fair game. Of course, anything along Route 6. I'll stop and see what it is, and take the pictures and maybe write up a little story about it, that kind of thing. And because you find all kinds of oddities, and it's stuff that, I don't know, it's stuff that you don't get a chance to see very often. So
what have you been writing about lately?
I call them look back things, the history of this, or what it was like to climb an apple tree when you were a kid, and stop at the top of the apple tree and let the wind blow the tree back and forth like this, and how interesting that was. I don't know. It's generally essay type pieces. I'm running out of material is what the problem is, because the ideas for my stuff come from regular people.
Right.
And I haven't been able to mingle with those people since the pandemic started, And I used to go to there's a quick serve restaurant down the street from me, down the hill from me. And I used to try to go in there once in a while in the morning, say about 9:30-ish. There'd always be a bunch of guys coming in, in and out. And I used to listen to their stories, see? And that's where the ideas came from. The question, what if? Or I wonder about that. Or I never knew that. And that's where the stories would evolve from. So I miss that. That's my material. That's my factory for making stuff. Until the pandemic goes away, I'm kind of short shrifted. So
I think there will be a lot more people on the road with air travel.
Yeah.
In the next couple of months. I don't know that I'm going to be one of them, as much as there are a lot of places that I would really like to go.
Yeah.
I've gotten into this routine of walking, and once the boys are done with school, we'll get out and we'll do more. We'll do a lot more together. And I look forward to our next episode.
Yep, there will be one.
And make sure you keep a journal of all the places you've been so we can talk about them.
All right.
In our next episode. All right, Mike. Thanks. Wonderful chatting with you. Bye-bye.
And I also want to say thank you again to Mike Stevens for his time and insights, and for spending so much time talking to me about Pennsylvania road trips. I've got some exciting episodes lined up for the coming weeks. A series about a major restoration project on a well-known landmark. And hopefully we'll have Mike Stevens back on the show to update us on his comings and goings.
Please visit JoanMatsuiTravelWriter.com, where you can subscribe to the show so you'll never miss an episode. While you're there, check out the travel writing courses, membership support platform, and private coaching services to help you learn travel writing. If you found value in this show, we would appreciate a rating on iTunes, and don't forget to tell a friend. This show is produced and edited at Keystone College by Ryan Evans. A full transcript of this podcast will be available on our website.